So that hasn't really worked either. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Before we get started, just like to say we'd really appreciate it if you could all hit subscribe, and if you enjoy the video then give it a like. Any questions, leave it down below in the comments and we'll get back to you as quickly as we can. And finally, if you'd like to follow us on social media, it should be coming up on the screen for you now. And if you would like to represent the channel, we've got merch available with a link in the bio. I am headed over to the second cattle farm now, where yet again today's video is going to be taking place, and you've just got me today. Quite an exciting one for you today. Got a new feature over there which you might have seen in the last video, very likely that you would have seen it, that we're going to be using, and we're going to be trying something new out, which is actually the first time we've ever done it on the second cattle farm. So exciting times today. Should benefit the cattle over there quite well. 15 minutes I'll be over there, tip the trailer up and show you what today's video is all about. Got two Anguses that for some reason decide they want to keep getting out, so they end up coming in here and walking all over the barley, but for some reason they don't want to stay in. Before we can get on with what I wanted to show you today, just need to move some wood first.
I've got some feelings that I've kept inside. Tell me your reasons for leaving me behind. I've got something I don't need to hide. Struck by lightning, you and me collide. I'll keep swimming right across the sea. Won't stop dreaming of what we could be.
Like I said, got a bit of a surprise to show you in today's video. Well, you would have already seen it while I moved the wood, but basically what we have here, minus the cattle trailer which has been parked with a flat tire, is a new spud bunker. Now, we have never fed spuds here on the second cattle farm, obviously because we haven't had anywhere to tip them, but now we've got a nice 30 by 30 foot bay with 5 foot panels at the back. Nice little feature to be added to the second cattle farm and hopefully improve the cattle, which is obviously the main thing, which is what we want to be doing. So obviously now it's nice fresh concrete, but as soon as I tip this load it's in working order and it will never look like this again, which is a shame, but that's what it's all about. First load that we've ever tipped today. Happy days. Is the trailer empty? Yes please. Look at that. She's finally in use. So let me get this out of the way and got something else to show you. To feed the spuds we are going to need a root crop bucket. So what we have here is a Strymec root crop bucket. We've actually got two root crop buckets on the main cattle farm. Well, one's for spuds and one's for barley. I think this one's just gonna have to be multi-purpose here. So we're hoping that the spuds are gonna get crushed up in here a bit on their way out, sort of pushing them through that hole. We hope is going to do a bit of damage to them and chop them up. As you can see, that there hasn't done much chopping. See, it's sliced up one or two there. Obviously, these bullocks here are quite young, and this is the first time I've had spuds, so ideally we'd chop them up a bit more. So I might go up over there and try and mince them up on the spot and see if it does anything. Maybe put them through twice, see if that helps. Because yeah, probably be ideal if they'd be a bit smaller than that, but we'll see what happens. Right, so that hasn't really worked either, which is a bit of a shame. He's chopped a few up, you can see. It's given a bit of a cuffing, but not massively. What we're thinking is we're probably going to have to weld a bar or like a knife on the end of here, going like across or something, which will then ram the spuds through, which hopefully then will chop them up. But might just mince them up a bit more and then feed them out. But yeah, ideally they'd be chopped up a bit more. Might be a job for the straw chopper. It's a bit dark now, so you can't really see, but what's the time? 4:30? 4:30, it's getting dark. Basically, these two little Anguses here, I'm going to be in this group here, and as you can see, we have got like a bit there to stop them from getting out. Somehow these two seem to find the way, and then they just trample the barley here, so it's getting a little bit annoying. We actually picked up the cattle that were on the spud farm entrance at the weekend, and there was about 16 Herefords which originally were over here, which then went there. They've actually come back here now. They're in with this group here, so I'm just going for a little walk here to check there's nothing in the field, especially around here, because apparently yesterday all the new ones were like down out the way and had to be brought back up. So I think everyone's made it to the shed, which makes sense because it's a bit windy, it's not very nice out. In a couple of days we're actually going to shut the gate here into the field to keep them in, because they're just going to make a mess then, and they're staying in now for eating silage and barley and spuds once we get the bucket sorted. There we have it. Better turn some lights on. Bit of beacon action. Back to the yard we go. It's probably going to be it for today. But well, the spud bunker works. Obviously that's just a multi-purpose sort of bunker. We can store muck on there temporarily if we want to, and whatever really. When it comes to bruising the Alco corn, we can pretty much do that there instead of doing it at the contractor's farm and lugging it here. So that's good. And all we need to do is just sort the bucket out, get a blade or something fitted on the end, weld it on. The bullocks were having a go, to be honest, having a bit of a go at the spuds, but obviously they're just not quite as easy to eat, so haven't given them many. Like I said, it's the first time, so don't want to overload them with them, and obviously the last thing you want to do is have any choking. They can have a play around with the spuds and learn about them throughout the night and tomorrow until we get here. That's going to be it for today's video. I still have another exciting thing to show you at the main, no not the main, at the second cattle farm, which is probably the biggest thing. Get that in a video for you soon. If you have enjoyed, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We are almost at 7,900, so we're on the way to 8,000, which is pretty crazy. Any questions, leave it down below. Thanks for watching, see you next time.